Okay, in this lesson, we are going to be talking about something that I have never heard talked about in this way when it comes to moms, but I call it the mom ego. And this mom ego is filled with emotions and drama and responses and demands and requirements, and it doesn't allow our kids to find us and connect to our hearts. So let me tell you a little bit about the mom ego without judgment and hatred for it on any level. I just want us to try to understand it so that we can start to have a common language about what happens when we try to connect with our kids and we kind of fail. Okay, so when we grow up, we're happy campers. And life happens, and sometimes people hurt and wound us. And these are like scars and holes. These are not our fault. We didn't do these. Because of our parents who are doing the best they could, they have stress, they have a lot going on. They are saying things to us that make us feel like we don't matter, that we're not enough, why bother? And probably any other negative self-talk you could ever imagine is born here. And this happens very early in life. 0 to 5 is when the foundations for this are starting. I mean, we're not even really conscious of it. We can't really choose it. There's not a way we can talk back to them at 4 and say, no, you know what? I do matter. It's just this thing that happens between parents and kids, especially in the last 30, 40 years before we had all the self-help that we have now. So there's wounds that we have, and the way we respond is very hurt and emotional about it. What we end up doing is often taking, and I use this word gently and lightly because it can mean a lot of things to a lot of people that I respect. I'm just going to use it in the way we need it. But we end up being the victim. So people did this to me. I never get time. No one hears or loves me. As we grow up with these wounds that are kind of emotional, we translate them kind of into a victim mode of people are doing stuff to me, nobody loves me, I can't get any time, I can't, and it feels very powerless. It creates a very powerless way of being a mom. Now, I've spanned a bunch of years here. Okay, so I've spanned like 0 to 5, then this kind of victim mentality. Probably in our teenage years, we feel like everything is everybody else's fault, and we're just being the victim of things, into our adulthood when we're kind of a powerless mom, and we're like, I can't get any time, my kids don't listen to me, nobody loves me, nobody respects me, I'm not appreciated, right? So this all makes us kind of live in what I call the mom ego. And to survive, this mom ego needs a few things. This mom ego needs to be right, to be in control, and it demands that others do what they need, because it's all about others, okay? So I'm not okay in the world unless I control this. I'm not okay in the world unless I'm right. I'm not okay in the world unless others do exactly as I say. And by the way, others are never going to do what we say. So, oh my gosh, nobody's doing what I say, and look what's happening, right? So then we end up in a victim mode. I want you to really get this kind of whole system that's happening because we bring it into our kids. Okay, so for today, I think this is enough. I'm going to give you some a little work down below to kind of start to identify some things for yourself. But this mode doesn't allow people to connect to us, and especially not our kids, because it's not an emotionally safe place, not for us to function out of and not to them. Yes, there are solutions and answers, but today I want you to really get and understand where you might be experiencing mom ego.